All right, David, so you got a brand new dog. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Get his attention.
There you go. How would you do that?
I'm either gonna use his name, whistle at him, Tron. Use some treats.
There you go. Let him know you got something. You're gonna build that engagement.
Boy.
Let him know he's working for something.
Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna break it down on some healing. So what are the key points that you need to focus on?
Getting the dog in place and keeping him in place.
And what about your positioning?
That's very important as well. So, you know, my body positioning, my hand positioning, even leash. Elbow. If I'm not uncomfortable, I'm not doing it right.
There you go. It is an awkward position to get your dog in the correct position.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Tron.
Here you go. Talk to him a little bit more.
I'm sorry?
Talk to him.
Come on, Tron. Attaboy, good boy, Tron. Good boy. Tron,
all right, so has he been to the bathroom yet?
Sit. Not since I've had him now.
All right, so that's the first thing you want to do. Whenever you get your dog out, make sure they're empty. So walk him over to the trees, let him see if he needs to go to the bathroom, get it out of his system. Let him search, explore, do all that good stuff. Because have you ever been, you know, going to do something and you got the bubble guts or you got to pee really bad? You don't really want to focus on what you're doing. You want to go and take care of that. So it's probably the same thing that he needs to do. And after he does that, we'll come back and check in. All right, so the main vein has been drained. Now he should want to work a little bit more. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Good boy.
All right, relax your leash a little bit, David. If you're restraining, you're not training. And Tron is a difficult dog to work with. He got other things on his mind.
Sit. Yes, good boy.
There he is.
Tron.
So are you going to use heel for that position?
I'm never going to tell Tron to heel. I'm going to tell him right. And when I say right, eventually he's going to come to my right. And I know because I'm going to have a hair on my left.
All right, so you don't care about him being on the left side?
It don't matter to me. Whatever y'all doing, don't do that.
Do right. Get him on the right side and you're going to tell him right.
Tron. Attaboy, good boy. Right. Yes, good. Come on.
When you're working with people's dog, you got to make sure you're giving what they want. If they don't want something, don't worry about it. Don't do it. You're just wasting your time and the dog's time. So really focus on that position and get him to sit there. And you remember, you want his shoulders right next to your knee.
My seam. Switch pockets here real fast. Since he's gonna be on my right now.
Get that reward there quickly.
Tron. Hey, right.
So he's trying to figure out his there he goes, his back end right now. And this is the thing, on bigger dogs, they gotta really work on that rear end awareness.
Right. Yeah, boy.
So what about the leash as well too? I notice the leash keeps wrapping around his arm, per se.
So he needs to drop the leash down more and put his hand on top of it.
So
let me see. All right, let me show you.
Tron.
You see, Dave? Give me a couple treats. So you want to have the leash down more so when they spin, it's under. Good boy. Yes, yes, sir. Freak. So get it down here. It's out of the way. Your leash should be an addition, not a hindrance.
Okay.
So if your leash is getting in your way, you got to work on your leash handling. So you want to keep it down out of the way. It's there just so if he gets too far out of place, I can correct just a little bit. But you don't want it to be too loose because now I have to go all the way out here to correct. Get a nice comfortable, he's where I need him, but it's not restrained. So we'll go right. Good. Yeah, that boy. And then you want his shoulder right next to your knee. And then when you start moving, make sure he's paying attention first, right? Good boy, a couple steps, stop and sit. Good. And when he's in that proper position, you can move there, let him know, hey, this is where the reward comes, and you give it to him. And when we're finished, free. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. So again, ready? You ready? Let's work. Let's work. Right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, boy. Come on, pass, 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 pass. Phew. Nope. I didn't drop none.
Right.
There you go, Bubba. Free. So get this out of the way.
Yeah. Tron. Right.
There you go.
Yes. Good
Look
boy.
at the difference.
Good boy.
Free. Hand placement, position of your body is very important when you're working with the dog. They can't learn to get into the right positions if you're not in the right position. The dog is an extension of you. It's just like in Roman times when they had that sword. The sword was a part of them. It wasn't extra. This is your sword. Keep them sharp.
Sit. Tron.
So when you go to sit, pull it back. It's like you're pulling that e-brake.
Right.
There you go. And e-brake back.
Yes. Good
There you
boy.
go.
Good boy.
And when he's finished, give him that release command.
Free.
When you're breaking it down to the dog, this is the very first time we've ever done any of this with Tron, so we want him to know exactly what he's being rewarded for. Break it down into small bite-sized things for the dog. It's easier on you, it's easier on the dog for you guys to both understand. I don't care if my dog can walk a mile with me in a heel position when we first begin, but by the time my dogs are 5, 6, 7 years old, we'll be able to go 18, 14, 30 miles if we have to in that heel position. But right now it's just 1 or 2 steps, reward. 3 or 4 steps, reward. 5 or 6 steps, reward. And then let them know when they are done, and that's where that free command comes in handy. So the dog is in the position, he's getting rewarded.
Right.
This is exactly what we're wanting. Boom, 1 step, stop. 1 step, stop.
Attaboy, Tron. Good boy. Good boy.
This is only the second time Tron has ever seen David, so he had to develop a relationship, and when they're finished with these things, he's giving them some love and affection, he's smacking them around, because these dogs need that kind of stuff. They need that engagement whenever you're working with them. If you have a Malinois, if you have a Doberman, a working dog, push them around a little bit, engage that nature in them. Genetics are very strong in these dogs, and they need this, they need it.
Right.
And then after a certain amount of times, you want to put them up to make sure you end on a good note.
Yes, so that's a very big thing. So you would pick some type of goal for the day. So if I can get them in position and we can take 2 steps, boom, that's when we're going to finish today. So Tron gets a little distracted after that second step, so we're just going to end on the first one. So if you get one really good one with them paying attention to you,
Tron.
we're going to put
Good
them
boy, Tron. Yeah. What a boy. What a boy.
It's a good.
Yeah. Look at you muscles.
The thing about obedience work, the things about bite work, the things about any of this training, you always want to end on a high note, because the dog is always going to come back to something the way they left it. So if they left it in a bad mood, if they left it on a sloppy note, that's the way they're going to remember it. So always leave your dog on a high note whenever you're working with them, folks.
Yeah, big boy.